Hello, Giants fans, and welcome to your Valentine's Views podcast for Friday. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts across the Big Blue View Radio Network. All right, no guest for you guys today. Usually for our Friday show, try to get someone from an opposing team site to do a little bit of a crossover podcast as a preview for the upcoming game with the holiday week this week. I wasn't able to get something worked out, so you've just got me today. So what I want to do is go through a few topics. We'll try to do a fairly short show here for you guys today. Get in and out of this one so you guys don't have to listen to me for all that long. So here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about, wrote something on Friday that will appear Friday morning at Big Blue View. And it's about the long-term Giants quarterback situation. Got to thinking about this whole DeVito versus Taylor debate that's gone on all week. We know that the Giants are switching. Brian Daboll decided that he'll go back to Tyrod Taylor as the Giants starter for Sunday's game against the Rams. Been a lot of debate. We even ran a poll, the results of which should be up sometime on Friday or early Saturday, as to which quarterback fans think should be the starter. Daboll obviously chose Taylor after DeVito had started the last 6 games. I've been clear about my view that that is the correct decision, simply for the fact that bottom line is Tyrod Taylor's a better quarterback right now. And to be fair to Giants players like Saquon Barkley, like Dexter Lawrence, who are, Dexter's playing hurt with the hamstring injury. Saquon's been carrying such a heavy load and will continue to do that over the final 2 weeks. Guys like Bobby Okereke and Xavier McKinney, who haven't missed a snap. Even a guy like punter Jamie Gillen, who has worn down, has a sore left groin, sore left knee, but he's still going out there. All of these guys, Andrew Thomas, who has played every game he's been in this year. I think he missed 7 games, but he's played at less than 100% all season. To be fair to these guys, to give wide receivers like Jalen Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson the best chance to really show what they can do and continue to develop, I think Tyrod Taylor is the right choice. But the reality of it is that the bigger Giants quarterback question is who is going to be the guy in 2024, and more importantly, beyond 2024. We know that Daniel Jones will be back next season. We know that GM Joe Shane has said that he expects Jones to be the starter as soon as he's healthy and able to play, as he recovers from that torn ACL. Tyrod Taylor's probably not going to be a Giant. Tommy DeVito has been a nice story, but he is not a QB1. I'm sorry. I know there are people out there who will disagree with me about that and think that DeVito can develop into a QB1. Everyone I've talked to sees at best a career backup, a guy who can play a game or two here and there and help a team out that way. I think DeVito will be part of the roster, but he's not part of the long-term quarterback discussion as far as being a franchise guy, as far as being the guy to lead this team for the next several years. The big decision for the New York Giants is what they do going forward at quarterback. And I've said, I said at Big Blue View on Friday morning that I think the answer for the Giants has to come in the 2024 draft. It has to come from the top 6 quarterbacks who are available. Put them in any order that you want. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr. The answer to me for the New York Giants is they have to make one of those players the quarterback of the future in the upcoming draft. Whether they do that in the top 5, whether they trade down, whether they use some of their second round, third round picks and trade back up to get a McCarthy or a Penix, late in the first round, whatever, however they do it. For me, one of those 6 players should be a New York Giant in 2024. And for me, that question, that decision for the New York Giants is much more important than who starts the final 2 football games of the season. I do hope that you'll stop by bigblueview.com and read my full thoughts on that particular situation. All right, the another thing I wanted to talk about today is milestones for the Giants over the final 2 weeks of the season. And look, these games are in the big picture, in the grand scheme of things. The Giants are 5-10 out of the playoffs. These games are insignificant in many ways, but you don't tell that to the players. You don't try selling that to the guys putting on the uniforms, to the guys who work day in and day out, to the guys who make a career out of this, to the guys who put their bodies on the line. These guys spend too much time, too much effort, too much energy. They put too much into this. They're all going to continue to give the best possible efforts that they can over the last couple of weeks and try to win games. That's just how they're built. They're not going to pack it in. They're going to continue to play. And a few Giants have milestones potentially. Saquon Barkley, for example, has 877 rushing yards. That means he needs 123 rushing yards to reach 1,000 yards for the season. And now, in a 17-game season, 1,000 yards rushing doesn't mean what it used to mean. But stop and remember that Saquon Barkley missed 3 games. If he happens to reach 1,000 yards, he will do it in a 14-game season. He will do it in an old-fashioned 14-game season. Barkley has had 1,000 yards rushing 3 other times in his career, including 1,300 yards a year ago, 1,312 to be exact. And the 1,000-yard milestone would be a really nice achievement for him, would be his 4th in 6 NFL seasons. So, Barkley has been such a good Giant, and forgetting even, how important he is in to the franchise and in so many different ways. He's been such a team player. He's played so many snaps. He's been a good leader for this team. I hope he makes it. I don't know if he will. This is a tough game that the Giants have coming up on Sunday. Another tough game in Week 18 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Don't know if he'll make it, but I do have my fingers crossed that he does. Darius Slayton, wide receiver who probably doesn't get enough credit, is headed toward being the Giants' leading receiver in terms of yardage for the 4th time in his 5-year NFL career. He's got 602 receiving yards right now. If he can reach the 700-yard mark, needs 98 yards receiving over the final 2 games to get there. That would mark the 4th time in his 5-year 5-year NFL career that Slayton has reached the 700-yard mark receiving, which is pretty cool. I mean, Darius Slayton is not a true number 1. He's not Tyreek Hill or Jamar Chase or one of those players that you'd want to put up there, Devontae Adams, one of those guys, but he's a good player. He probably hasn't gotten the credit that he deserves. So that's another milestone to watch for a Giants player over the last couple of weeks. Another one to watch for is 2 defensive players, Bobby Okereke and Xavier McKinney, who have both played every single defensive snap this season. That's 1,001 defensive snaps to this point for both players. Pretty astounding. All right, Giants fans, finally, the last thing that we have to do here today is to make our Week 17 prediction. And of course, that particular part of the show is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling by calling 888-789-7777 or visiting ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, Louisiana. 21 and over, age varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility, terms, and responsible gaming resources. All right, as we talk about this game today, the Rams versus the Giants on Sunday. The Rams are 6-point favorites at DraftKings Sportsbook. And I look at this game and I don't see the Giants winning this game. In our weekly Big Blue View staff predictions, I don't think any of the Big Blue View staff members picked the Giants to win this game. I don't see this as a good matchup for the Giants. The Rams have won 5 of their last 6 games. They're coming in here needing a win to secure a playoff spot or get closer to securing a playoff spot. They're coming in having scored 30 or more points in 4 of their last 5 games and having scored 28 points in the game where they didn't get to 30. So this is a team hitting on all cylinders offensively. The Giants average 14 points a game, 31st in the league. I look at this and I just, unless the Giants catch some breaks, unless the Rams play down to the Giants level basically on offense, unless the Rams make mistakes, give the Giants a couple of gifts here, I don't see how the Giants win this game. I would think that the Giants will play hard. We'll see how effective they are. We'll see if Tyrod Taylor can help the offense and create some explosive plays, help the Giants maybe get the ball to Jalen Hyatt a little bit more, help them get the ball down the field. That was a big difference in the Philly game in the second half. We saw more explosive plays once the Giants went to Tyrod Taylor in replace of DeVito. We'll see if that continues on Sunday against the Rams, but I don't see the Giants winning this game. We pick games based on the money line at Big Blue View. I'm not sure what I would do. I think the spread is now, as I look at it, I had said 6 points originally. It looks like it's now 5.5. So I might take the Rams and the points in that situation. I don't expect them to completely blow the Giants out on Sunday, but I don't know that the Giants can keep pace with the Rams if the Rams put up 27, 30, 35 points, something like that. I just don't see that happening. The game means too much to the Rams for them to come into MetLife Stadium and lay an egg. So I would expect Los Angeles to win on Sunday. All right, Giants fans, thank you as always for listening. I apologize for my little coughing fit there. I've been sick for weeks now, and I'm still struggling to get over that cough. So I apologize for that. But thank you as always for listening. Please stay safe out there. Take care of each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.